Welcome back to One Punch Man Chapter 234, titled Guardianship. Murata gives us this incredible cover art showcasing an after-war Garou looking absolutely shredded, and this is exactly where his official redemption arc begins. You also can't miss that intense, jagged scar running right down his face. He actually got that permanent slash from Royal Ripper back in the Monster Association arc, while he was risking his life to protect Tereo. We open up at Bang's Mountain Dojo, where the old master announces he's stepping out for an acupuncture session. He leaves Sourface in charge, which immediately prompts Sourface and Charanko to celebrate, because they think it's finally time to kick back, relax, and play video games. But the second Bang walks out the gate, Sourface immediately pulls a massive power trip. He aggressively grabs Charanko by his uniform and demands he start training right now to set a good example for the newbies. Charanko looks completely miserable, caught red-handed with his gaming controller. Meanwhile, down on the city highway, a delivery truck for the Beaver Moving Center is zooming past traffic. Cut to the inside of the cab, where Garou is casually reclining in the passenger seat, looking completely relaxed. Out of nowhere, he starts questioning his coworker driving the truck about his past life as a hero. The driver reluctantly admits he was with the Hero Association for a little bit and drops his old hero name, Mad Devil Yankee. Now, if you remember his origin, this guy was famously cheering his lungs out for Moomin Rider during the iconic Deep Sea King fight. That pure display of justice inspired him so much that he decided to put on a cape and become a hero himself. So why is he hauling delivery parcels with Garou now? In the panel, Shinya simply tells him that he quit being a hero altogether, but we actually know the real reason. If you remember all the way back to Chapter 187, this guy faced off against Shibuya, a literal wolf-level threat, and got completely defeated before Saitama ultimately had to step in and save his life. It's highly likely that exact embarrassment is what made him realize he couldn't cut it, causing him to throw in the towel for good. But right at the bottom of the page, the tension spikes as we see the Neo-Heroes lurking in the shadows, already tracking Garou's exact location on their device. To make matters worse, their captain Suyu looks completely uninterested, lazily staring off into space and looking completely checked out while the rest of the Neo-Heroes are rapidly working and setting up around him. But transitioning straight back to the truck, Shinya doesn't get an ounce of sympathy from his crew. The older movers in the back seat start ruthlessly roasting him, loudly accusing him of just getting into trouble over money or women. He screams back in pure denial while Garou just sits there staring blankly. But then, Garou drops some unexpected wisdom. He genuinely reassures his coworker, telling him he's actually cut out for the work and that people notice his genuine effort. It's a surprisingly wholesome moment for the former hero hunter, even if his grumpy coworkers tell him to stop making the new part-timer want to quit. The truck finally stops, and an armored Neo-Hero squad watches from behind a wall as Garou leaves the vehicle. They radio their captain, Suiryu, asking for orders to engage. And what is Captain Suiryu doing? He's sitting cross-legged against a wall, completely slacking off on his phone, telling his squad he's just not feeling it today and to handle it themselves. High above the alleyway, Old Man Bang stands on a rooftop evaluating the situation. He realizes this emerging faction called the Neo-Heroes is going around eliminating any fighters who refuse to side with them. Bang spots Sujiu yawning on his phone and notes that despite his boundless talent, he chose to fool around instead of inheriting his family dojo. Because Suiryu is being a lazy leader, his ground troops immediately decide to mutiny, whispering to take all the credit for capturing the hero hunter themselves. Meanwhile, Garou is completely ignoring his moving instructions. His coworker yells at him to carry boxes diagonally, but Garou just casually hoists an entire vertical tower of boxes with one hand. Suddenly, the rogue Neo-Hero Squad launches their sneak attack, firing a volley of tactical projectiles directly at Garou's back, while his coworkers scream in absolute shock. The troops instantly start celebrating, bragging that these high-potency tranq darts will definitely put him down. The squad celebrates because it looks like the darts actually hit him, but Garou completely denies them. In a fraction of a second, he seems to throw his entire column of moving boxes straight up into the air, intercepts the supersonic darts right out of the sky, and fans them out between his fingers like an absolute boss! As the boxes drop back down, Garou seamlessly catches the column and stacks them onto the asphalt with a heavy thud. While setting his cargo down safely, he starts talking down to the grunts in this low, trailing shadow voice. He basically drops an incomplete warning on them, calling them out for messing around without checking to see who they're actually picking a fight with. Then we get this massive, wide-eyed close-up of his face as a dark aura begins to smoke off him. He looks them dead in the eye and drops the ultimate reality check, heavily stressing the fact that they aren't dealing with a weak civilian. He is officially their opponent now. Looking at the panels, the Grunt Squad is absolutely petrified. Him, telling the squad to step away from their part-timer, while the Neo-Heroes call him a violent criminal. Meanwhile, back on his phone, Suiryu finally pulls up Garou's profile on his tablet. He looks at the screen, sips his juice box, and sighs, calling the whole thing a load of BS because the database clearly states Garou is working as part of an official rehab program. The grunts completely ignore Suiryu, charging up their wrist cannons to attack all at once. But just as the tension peaks, a colossal, terrifying dragon-like monster erupts right through the adjacent building with a massive roar. The overconfident squad completely loses their minds, running and screaming in absolute terror. But look at Garou. He just stands there with his hands on his hips, completely deadpan and unbothered by the giant threat. The Neo-Heroes wanted a fight to boost their corporate clout, but now they are trapped between a massive dragon beast and a completely unimpressed hero hunter. If you want to see Garou protect his coworkers and his clients' delivery parcels while taking on both the monster and the Neo-Heroes, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now.